Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. And today I thought it might be interesting to check out Audio Imperia's new French horn library, Talos or Talos, however you want to pronounce it. I probably did both wrong. And okay, so this library is all about 12 horns. But it's not just horns. There's also a lot of, if you're familiar with a company with Audio Imperia, you know that there's always something going on with sound design and sound design patches. So let's take a look. So the first thing I have to say, it's a personal thing. I don't like key switches. Why, I will explain later. But so I loaded the individual patches here, and let's hop right into it. And I just play you a few of the all of the patches here and a few notes with a legato patch. Okay, so there's no additional reverb going on here. I just loaded the, I can see I just loaded the Decca tree here. So you know how this already sounds. Let's listen to the close microphones. Okay, so we got the white mix. Okay, now let's have the look at the far mix. Okay, so I have a tiny a tiny mod wheel on my keyboard, so probably I'm moving a little bit too quick here. So the transitions are smooth. It's just when I just move too fast. When I just move too fast, it sounds like as if the transitions were not right. So they're totally all right. But let's for the rest of the patches, let's stick with the full mix here. Okay, so this should shake some balls. Okay, so a little bit more for the interface. Let's just play a few of the patches. Let's just look through the patches before I go to explaining the effects and the big knob here. Let's load the sustain patches. Okay. And let's hop over to the marcato, the long marcato. Okay, let's check out the short marcato samples. Just put this here so you see what I'm doing. Okay, let's hop over to the staccato samples. Okay, let's play some staccatissimo samples here. Okay, and let's hover to the tone patches. It's actually a double tone. Okay, so you got also a Time Machine Pro patch, which is synced to the host of the sequencer when I'm just going to, let's say, 110. So I should play this with click once. Okay, and turn off the click. Let's play the triple tone. Also the same with Time Machine Pro algorithm applied. So let's go to 90. So this is pretty cool. So all these tone patches are synced to your sequencer's tempo. Okay, so we also have a, how do you say, quadruple tone patch? Okay, and we got the same with the Time Machine Pro algorithm. So this is playing back with tempo 90. Okay, and also we got some rips here. Pretty powerful. And finally the bend patch. Okay, so these are the patches. Let me also show you real quick that you have a multi-patch here with key switches. But I will get to that now. Before we hop into the sound design part, I will just explain you why I don't like key switches. So you got all the articulations mapped out here. So you can see these in this window, which was empty before. It's actually filled now, and you can switch between those. Okay, so why I don't like key switches? Let's just talk about this for a little bit. Okay, so I loaded the sustain patch here, and the reason why I like to use individual patches is that I'm simply able to layer these patches, and I think it opens up a lot of things which I'm not able to do when I'm using key switches or just the patch itself, just the sustain patch itself. Because you almost have this with almost every library out there, orchestra library, that you have patches. I mean, some libraries have like specific, sustain notes with specific attacks, but sometimes you feel they are a little bit too short or too long. So I like to create my own individual stuff out of these. Okay, so what I'm doing basically is just when I want to have a sustained line, play a line played with sustained notes. Okay, I just want to add a little bit of dynamics, So I just let's load the marcado patch to it and put this MIDI channel to the same one as I did with the sustain samples, and I'm having something like this now. So what I did, maybe a little bit softer. Sorry. So what I got now is okay. So I just created, in my opinion, a little bit more of a realistic line, and you have more options now. So you have a hard attack, and you just go into that sustain patch, and you can even just play like a crescendo at the end. And if you just want to have it a little bit, just dial it in a tiny little bit and just. So let me just do it like this. Okay, so you have a bit of more options here. Let's just mute this and let's load the staccato samples to it, and also apply the same MIDI channel here. Let's dial this down. So now you're able, because all of the epic horn lines which you hear in tracks are basically not legato patches. Or when I was younger, or when I started out to play with orchestral samples, and said, I just want to load horns, and for the epic horns it has to be the legato patch. So I loaded the legato patch, and when you play like these individual notes, it always, in the final mix, individually played, it sounded cool, but in the final mix it was always something like yeah. Or the same when you use sustained notes, because there's something always a little bit of the attack missing. So what I'm doing here is basically applying the staccato samples to the sustained patches, and now you got something like. And the reason I'm doing is because, it's like when you listen to 1,000 tracks, the epic trailer tracks or something, at least 50%, I mean, this is just an estimate, okay? But a lot of tracks suffer from this. You just hear the melody and it's always like, It also happened with movie soundtracks. I was listening to a movie and I was like, what is going on with the horns? They sound like as if it's just like, the horn player is just running towards the microphone, like a distance crescendo coming to the microphone patch. I don't know. It sounded like something like this. Oh, let me just. I don't want to play any melody of a movie here, but this is actually happening. So I just like to create these individual patches of let's just unmute, or let's play all three of these, like the long marcado samples I got. Just to review it, the staccato samples and the sustain patch. So put in some more, dial in some more staccato. And now you can play a little bit of these quicker lines, like. Okay, so this is why I don't like key switches. I just want to, hopefully it was a little bit helpful, but I think it's just, yeah, it makes your track more individual if you use a library in your own way. Okay, so what I want to do now, just head over to the. Just have to look at my little list. Let's check the effects section here, because there is a lot more going on than just the patches itself. So you get this big knob here, and you also got an effects section. So let's just take a look at the big knob here. So what it basically does, when I'm just for this sake of this video, let's just unlearn the dynamics, and let's learn the dynamics here. Let's learn. So I applied this. I hope you know this. This is really important to know. When you do a right click, you can learn any MIDI CC command from any hardware controller you have to whatever controller you see on the screen. So I applied my mod wheel to this big knob here. Okay, so now we can control this. And let's turn it down. I just put it on another little button here, little knob. Okay. So what happens now? There is actually obviously the lo-fi effect activated. Sounds a bit nasty. So let's look at this, what we are doing here. So basically now you can see the controllers, the menu, and you can see there's a little asterisk here or a little star on this lo-fi. So let's hop in there, and then you see that this one is activated. So when I deactivated the little star, or it's called asterisk, I think, yeah, is gone. Okay, so that means that the effect is not applied. So let's let's pick the distortion and turn it on, and you can see that there's nothing happening because the drive is not up. Okay, so if I apply the drive, put in more drive, you hear that the signal is getting distorted, but it still doesn't affect our big knob. So what I do now is I activate this drive here, and now you see a little star here below. And now you can hear that distortion is applied to the signal. So this means you can also do funny stuff and just activate the damping also. So there's damping going on, and also drive is going on, which is pretty cool. So you have like, you're distorting the signal, but at the same time you're damping the distortion, so it's not taking overhand of the taking over the initial signal. Okay, so we can do a lot of more stuff right now. So we could also apply a chorus, turn that on. So it's already running, but we can now map the depth of the, or let's yeah, the depth to the big knob. Okay. So you're right now dialing a chorus, the depth and the distortion. Okay, so these two things got little stars on here. So we could go even more crazy and just apply the rotator and just the treble accent, or let's take the the bass accent. Let's see how this sounds. So as you can see, I'm picking the effect from this menu above here, and then you see the speed, the treble accent, the bass accent, the balance, distance, and so on. And I can pick one of these and activate them. So now I have the bass accent or saturation, I don't know. I'm sorry, but this thing here applied to the mod to the big knob. Okay, so you basically can apply every effect from every effect you can play. You can apply every single knob here to that big knob. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So you can do all this funny stuff, and I think there's also a command for just undo it all, but I'm just doing it manually here. Okay, so I think you understood the you understood the concept. Let's hop over to the effects section. There is also an effects section here, and it looks like a little sequencer going on. So when you hit, I will do it with a mouse button. So I'm activating this one here, and you have in the frequency of 8 notes, you got a chopper, like a step sequencer, like a chopped signal going on in obviously your tempo of your sequencer. So just let's hop over to 120. So you get this in 16th notes. Let's put it to 32nd notes. You could also lower the intensity. So you got a little bit of the original signal going. So that actually comes in handy when you have when you want to apply, you know, some sound design to your patches, and you don't want to have it like not, you know, like traditional orchestra instruments, but you just want to go for a little bit of a hybrid design, or, you know, just make the horns a little bit more alien-like, or, you know, rough, whatever you want to do with this. So you get here. So I think this is the same, but you can just apply a different tempo. So let's, sorry, like this. Let's map 16th notes to this one and 32nd notes to this one. And I think you got also this one here to set it up to 64th notes. Okay, so basically you could do something like the first one, 8 notes, 16, 30 seconds, 64th notes, or using triplets, or is there also dotted notes in there? No, it's just triplets. Okay, but I mean, you could program the steps with this, make it dotted notes, and where I'm right now here, the third one. Let's put it 16th notes. Okay, so you basically just move around something, so you could do all kinds of, well, it would be better obviously with just using help. Oh yeah, sorry. So okay, so you can do all kinds of funny effects here. When you just head over to the next one, you got some pan stuff going. Pretty obvious. I think it happens in the same frequency. Then you move to 16th notes. Okay, and you got the same going on for these. You could so that you can put 8 notes here on this one. On this one, you can put 16th notes and so on. And what do we got here? We got like a little. That was the pan thing here. So you could emulate like a little sequenced swell thingy. It's reversed, I think. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so nothing is happening here right now. This is because we can hop over to the, let's go to this one again. Let's just turn it on. You can turn these on and off, so you don't have to use the keys. And on this one, now when you press this button, you can see that they actually the compressor. So these are the effects you also had in the big knob section here again. So the compressor, distortion, lo-fi, and so on. You got these effects going on here in this. In this section. So when I'm going here, let's just turn it on like this. So you can apply compressor, but you could also activate it and just dial it in. The same you can do with distortion. This is the next key switch here. So when I say I don't like key switches, I just obviously mean it for when it comes to orchestra writing, that you switch between articulations. But of course, key switches make a lot of sense here when it comes to effects. I mean, obviously, key switches also make sense when you write for orchestra, because you can write exactly, or at least do a mock-up of the actual score, and later on you can just convert, how do you say, like convert the MIDI notes to the score and use the in other sequence. In I think Cubase got it so that you can use expression maps. I think that you can apply these key switches to articulation. So the key switches, of course, are helpful. It's just a personal thing when it comes to the sound of orchestra, and just, you know, putting sustained samples together with staccato or marcado samples, you get all these individual colors going on, and this is how I like to write it in. Okay, so let's hop over here and try some more. So we can apply the lo-fi here. We can also hold it. And again, if you got a lot of knobs going on your sequence, on your hardware controller, on your keyboard, or whatever you use, remember, because I think this is one of the most helpful things ever, that you can just right click and learn any MIDI control commands, and map any MIDI control command. Sorry, map each MIDI control command to whatever knob you have on your keyboard. So you could. I'm sorry. I think I mapped it to something else, or something is broken on my. Well, this is like the funny effect of demonstrating things. Oh, so here it's working. So it's probably, I think, something on my controller here. So you can always map these things to different controllers and automate all these things together. So you have almost endless possibilities when you use the big knob. Let's activate it again. Put the chorus, the distortion on, the drive. What did I put for the chorus? The depth. Let's also map the amount to the big knob, and I think it still should be mapped to. And now I got also the effects going from this section. I could do it, of course, with key switches, but I'm just doing it. So as you can see, I'm activating the phaser here. Should put it to a bit more extreme. Sorry. I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why. Okay, so this is obviously mapped to this key here. So I should try to play it with... So you could, you know, do a lot of things, you know, together with this and turn these horns into something really weird sounding. Okay, so let's just put something on my list here. No, let's load the... There's also a whole section here, a sound design section. So you got a lot of stuff going on here too. So this is the hard brum patch. I think I just have to turn down a little bit of the... That's how I like it. Okay, so as you can see, we have another section right below here. What is this little thing? Oh, we could also play it backwards. Oh, that's cool. I didn't. That's really cool to have. So I wasn't aware of that before when I checked out the library. So I'm pretty new to it. So please bear with me. You have also, let's turn it around, got a new section going on here, which is actually low pass and resonance. So again, good thing to remember is that you always can put this to any controller here. You could even put this to the big knob to my mod wheel, so I'm controlling the cutoff and all the effects applied to the big knob. Okay. Okay, so that should give you an idea. We also got a little EQ section here, which should be obvious, and a high pass filter. I think I don't have to explain the EQ. I mean, it's okay. So you got these bands, you got frequencies, and like on every EQ. Okay, so let's check out more of these things here. You also got the hard brams with it's actually tonal mapping. Okay. Yeah, so you got all these patches spread upon the keyboard. And you can apply the effects, the big knob again here. Let me just turn this on and learn this again. Okay. Let's just check. Okay, so next patch, the soft brums. Stuff here, and let's load the tonal mapping one. Ooh. Atmos. Oh. So you probably apply the pitch. The pitch of the sound with a key switch here. Okay. You also got a tonal mapping patch, which should probably be the same. Like all the notes spread up on the keyboard, and so you're able to trigger the effects. It's a lo-fi. Okay, let's load the atonal Atmos patch. Very cool. And the low pads. And the same. So of course, I didn't talk about this above here. So basically you could do, you know, you get the idea, like you could turn the signal around, start it from here and get the attack going something like this. Shorten the release a little bit. Play it more directly. This would make sense when you have the tonal mapping. You could almost use it like a synth, you know? Start here somewhere. Okay, so let's turn around, put it on reverse. Let's start it from here and let's make the attack really short. So you could also shorten this one. So you could almost use it like a synth. And apply all these effects with a big knob and, you know, like all the things below here. Okay, so that's it. I will put all the info below to the info section, so you can check out the website of Audio Imperia and check out the details on this library. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Just let me know what you think in the comment section. And thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.